Hello, my dear students. Our next topic is conservation of resources. So, what do you understand by conservation of resources? Using the resources carefully and giving time to get renewed is called resource conservation. So, most of the natural resources are limited in stock. Even some of renewable resources can become scarce if they are not used carefully. We are already facing shortage of water at many places because of excessive exploitation of water. And another example that coal and petroleum are going to be exhausted in the near future. Hence, it is important to conserve the natural resources, and we have been using natural resources restlessly, and this has resulted in a major depletion of resources like deforestation and soil erosion and scarcity of mineral resources. Fossil fuels, water and electricity are just to name a few, and it is time to stop and take stock of the situation. Each of us can play a very important role in saving the world from this dilemma, and the first step is resource conservation. So, resource conservation means all resources should be used very carefully and wisely. While using the resources, we must give them time to get renewed. So this will ensure that the present requirement of resources is met. But what about ensuring the availability of resources for future is? Sustainable development is the answer. So what is the definition of sustainable development? Sustainable development means balancing our present needs of using resource without compromising the availability of future generation to meet their own needs. And here are some basic principles of sustainable development that we can follow to ensure that our future generation can live in comfort too. We need to respect and care of all forms of life, including human, animals, plants, and other organisms. And all human beings have a right to a healthy and productive life. All life forms are dependent on the Earth's natural system. Therefore, we need to conserve the Earth ecosystem and biological diversity. And then minimize the depletion of natural resources. It means non-renewable resources such as oil, coal, gas, and minerals should be used carefully. And educational programs and information sharing can help changing people attitude and adopt practices to save the environment. Communities and minimize the damage to natural environment system. So communities and groups formed by concerned citizens can help implement all principles of sustainable development. Now the golden rule for resource conservation is reduce, reuse and recycle. So to reduce consumption, you should first and foremost buy and use less of stuffs and only buy things that are required. Reduce consumption and wastage of resources. Make cards for friends with recycled paper instead of buying them. Then walk or ride a bicycle wherever possible. This will reduce the consumption of fuel and thereby air pollution. Again, take the staircase instead of the lift. This will reduce the use of electricity and also helps you remain fit. Then you can also buy second hand books when possible. This will reduce the number of trees cut down to make paper. And switch off lights, fans, and other appliances when not in use. This will conserve electricity. And also avoid excess use and wastage of water, and use bags and napkins made by clothes instead of plastic bags and paper napkins. Now, the second step involves reusing resources. Instead of throwing use things away after one use, reuse plastic cups, plates, and bags. Then reuse the paper in which your gifts have been beautifully wrapped. You can save trees from being cut down. Use old clothes creativity to create a new piece of garments or accessory. Similarly, bamboo sticks can make beautiful baskets. Then recycling reduces pollution and wastage of energy and raw materials. Now find out about glass and aluminum recycling centers. You can collect and send old bottles and cans there. Try and create your own recycled paper as far as possible. Use products that come in recycled containers. So, the future of our planet and its people depends upon how we maintain nature's life support system, and it is our responsibility to preserve and the conserve resources provided to us by Mother Nature, and it is our duty to ensure that all uses of renewable resources are sustainable, the diversity of life on the earth is conserved, and the damage to natural environment system is minimized.